There are watches that tell the time, and then there are watches that ask you to pause, to reflect. This is the Model 5 Kai from Otsuka Lotec, the first Japanese watch with a wandering hours complication. Before I saw it, I had often wondered what Otsuka Lotec would do next. After all, the Model 6 and 7.5 were up till that point the only watches I knew about from the brand. But that's a futile exercise. There is only one Jiro Katayama. How could I know the limits of his creativity? I first encountered this watch last December in Tokyo. I just wrapped up my interview, and then without a word, he gently placed this on the table in front of me, revealing what was, at the time, still a secret. Seeing it for the first time, I was overcome with excitement. This was something personal, something thoughtful, and I knew instantly that one day it would be mine. So what is a wandering hours complication? At the center is a rotating carousel with 3 arms. Each arm holds 4 small discs that look like the petals of a flower, each marked with an hour numeral. As the carousel turns, one of the 4 discs gently sweeps into view, traveling along a curved track that spans the right side of the dial from 1 to 5 o'clock. You read the time with the current hour on the petal, with the minutes seen from its position on the arc. It's a different way of reading the time, and actually quite intuitive when you learn how to do it. What happens to each hour then when it ends its journey? The petal here encounters a vertical post at 7 o'clock, and as it pushes past, a quick burst of motion occurs. The disc turns, and the next hour is revealed, in position and ready for its journey to become useful again. The wandering hours complication is not new. Audemars Piguet brought it to watches with its star wheel, and it's a signature complication of Erwork. But what Otsuka Lotec has done here feels different. Instead of being a historical throwback or a relic from the future, this watch feels like it comes from a time in between. At the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, when the workings of machinery were exposed, and before the human race invented plastic boxes to cover them. And then there are the ball bearings, 2 of them, visible on the dial. One drives the mechanism, the other marks the passing seconds. That second bearing is the smallest in the world, 1.5 millimeters across, and developed by Minabe Mitsumi, a precision engineering firm in Japan. And while they usually build components for large machines and satellites, here they've made something for a watch. Why ball bearings? Why not jewels? I don't really know. I suppose it feels more industrial, in theme with the demeanor of the watch. It works and it's different, a decision made that feels right for the design. Previous Otsuka Lotec models, like the 6 and 7.5, were more private, holding their secrets more closely, hiding their inner workings from view. The Model 5 Kai is something else. Everything is visible. The balance wheel beats in plain sight. The seconds wheel rotates. Together, both animate and otherwise static display, in contrast to the imperceptible nature of the flowing of time. On the wrist, the watch gleams in the light, with deliberately contrasting finishes that define the visible elements: soft brushing, subtle grain, a quiet polish here and there, with a bright red line to mark the beginning of each hour's path, making it clear that while beauty is present, function is never forgotten. Even the crown carries the weight of craft, inspired by the controls of the vintage machines that made the watch in the first place. And then there's the logic. Because the arc of time sits on the right side of the dial, you can read it with a simple glance, even under a shirt cuff. The dial text is minimal, just 3 phrases: Model 5 Kai, Otsuka Lotec, Tokyo. In katakana and kanji, nothing more. Kai in Japanese means change, and this watch earns that name. The Model 5 Kai is not just an evolution of the Model 5, but a reinvention. The dress is the same, the internal expression vastly different. With the same case as the Model 5, measuring just over 40 millimeters and with virtually no lugs, it wears close to the wrist, hugging it tightly, standing off at only 10.8 millimeters high, intentional and balanced. Lug width is 22 millimeters, so it takes to different straps well. My friend Nop, an avowed Otsuka Lotec fanboy, calls it a strap monster. I'm inclined to agree. Next to a Rolex GMT Master 2, the size of which you are likely familiar with, the Model 5 Kai looks modest, but on the wrist, it holds its ground. The resistance is 30 meters, adequate for daily duty, and the movement hex, so that you can, if you want, measure the accuracy of the high-grade Miyota 90S5 within. There are downsides though. There's no loom. At night, the watch disappears. Although, here's a suggestion. Mr. Katayama, how about this for the next one? Do you want one? Well, if you're watching this video, you probably know that getting one from Otsuka Lotec is virtually impossible outside of Japan. There's no way around it. Either get a Japanese friend to help you out by joining the lottery, or just get one from eBay. You'll pay more, probably, but only you can decide if it's worth it. I'm still trying to convince Mr. Katayama to sell me one. Maybe he liked the last video I did when I interviewed him, and if you haven't seen it, please do. It's linked below. Wearing this watch makes me feel something. Not just because it looks cool, though it does, but because it comes from a place I love. And it feels good to walk around Tokyo wearing a piece of it on my wrist. What makes the Model 5 Kai compelling isn't just the display, it's the story of how it came to be. This is the product of a man who learned his craft all by himself, through whatever means he could find. Not a trained watchmaker, but a man so defined by his vision, he labored for years to make it real. And now, will he get another with the Model 5 Kai? I think he should. Mr. Katayama told me this: I won't enter unless I believe I can win. And you can feel that belief in the metal, in the motion, in the silence. Because if you're still watching this, then you probably want this watch so bad that it hurts. And that tells you everything you need to know. Only from Japan could something like this emerge, with its mix of logic and poetry, precision and quiet. It says Tokyo on the dial, and somehow that feels right. This watch could only have come from Japan, from someone like Mr. Katayama. One more thing. Let me make a prediction. I think the Model 5 Kai will win a GPHG award this year. Not in the challenge category like the Model 6. That's reserved for watches under 3,500 Swiss francs. But in the Petite Aiguille, for watches priced under 10,000 Swiss francs. It fits perfectly because while there are many watches in that bracket, very few have this kind of design clarity, mechanical ambition, and soul from Otsuka Lotec. And one thing is clear, I've spoken to more than a few collectors recently, all of them trying to get their hands on a watch. Short of a Rolex Daytona, no other brand in recent times has felt quite as fiercely desired as an Otsuka Lotec. I could be wrong, but tell me what you think. Am I right, or just another fanboy? Let me know in the comments if you agree, and think Mr. Katayama deserves another award, or if you're watching this after the GPHG Awards of 2025, tell me if I got it right. Subscribe if you like to follow this journey, and share this video if it meant something to you. As always, thank you for watching, and bye for now.